everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nidhi and you're watching my series on how to become a cabin crew. Now, today what we're going to discuss is actually a topic which is very close to my heart, and it is to do with dealing with difficult customers, dealing with customers who are complaining, dealing with customers who are upset. Now, you must be thinking, why is this a favorite topic? Why is it so close to my heart? So let me share this with you guys. For me, customer service is not just about giving people or your customers or your passengers what they need. It's really about ensuring that they're happy at the end of the day. So whenever there would be a customer or a passenger who's difficult, who's complaining or who's upset, I personally loved to be there because I wanted to make sure that we can ensure with whatever we can do to make sure at the end of the day that this person leaves the aircraft happily. Or even with my other customer service experiences that I had before I became cabin crew, I always wanted to make sure that the interaction ends in such a way that the customer remains the customer and he wants to come back and fly with us or come back and take the service from us. So that's what it means when it comes to dealing with customers who are upset or difficult. So I want to share this with all of you here. My mantra that I tell everyone when it comes to dealing with such customers is, do not think of just taking care of the problem. Think of a long-term relationship that you want to build with your customers. So you want to provide like an end-to-end service recovery when it comes to handling these kind of customers or passengers. Now, what I'm going to share with you today is not just specific to cabin crew. It is actually applicable to any sort of situation in any sort of dealing with customers in general. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. So what I want to give today to all of you guys is actually a solution to be able to deal with these kind of customers. And when I say I'm going to give you a solution, I'm actually going to give you a solution. Yes, this is an acronym that I have come up with, and to be very honest with you guys, I came up with this acronym like today. I always know the steps, but I never had an acronym. So I thought I'm going to give you guys an acronym which will help you remember these steps that I'm going to share with you easily. So step number 1, S. S simply stands for stress not. Now, first and foremost, what we really need to realize is when the person on the other side is angry, when the person on the other side is complaining or is already stressed out, the only thing that we do not want to do is get stressed out from that situation. A lot of times on my flights, there would be these situations where we used to run out of vegetarian options on Indian flights, and the passengers used to be really angry, telling me that, you know, they can't really eat non-vegetarian, and how is it possible that we don't have vegetarian meals on flights? And people used to shout quite a lot. People used to get really upset and angry. So the only thing that I want to make sure to begin with is that I don't get angry, I don't get upset. I have to remain calm. So that's the first and the most important thing. You need to remain calm. You need to not take any of this personally. That's very important. You need to remain professional at all times, because that's when you will be able to think and understand what you can do next based on what is the situation that you're facing. Step number 2. Open your eyes and ears. Now, when it comes to handling difficult situations or difficult customers, one of the first things that we always want to do is basically either jump in to give our defense, or we want to basically jump in to find a solution. But trust me, that's not one of the first things that you want to do. What you really want to do is open your eyes and ears to basically listen to your customer. Let them finish what they're saying. You know, sometimes when a customer is angry and they want to go on and on, why is it that you don't have the vegetarian food? We travel with Singapore Airlines all the time. This is not the first time this is happening, and I will never travel with Singapore Airlines because you guys don't know how to take care of your passengers, and things like that. So let your customer finish. Trust me guys, they cannot be going on talking non-stop for hours and hours. They probably be just venting out for a few minutes. So allow them to vent. When they're venting out, don't just listen from your ears, but observe with your eyes as well. Look at their body language, because you might want to adjust your body language according to their body language a little bit. If the passenger is really angry, and if you keep standing in an authoritative position and keep listening to your customer, then this is not going to help. So what you want to do in that situation is you might want to go down a little bit, kneel down a little bit, go down to their eye level to be able to listen to what they're saying. So these are some small things that you might want to do when it comes to basically just observing with your eyes and ears as to what the passenger is saying, making them just feel that you're basically listening to them. Step number 3, learn to apologize gracefully and genuinely. This is really important. A lot of times when passengers or customers are upset, we always feel, hey, this is not my fault, I didn't do this, I'm not the one who prepares the vegetarian meals. It's the catering. Why should I go ahead and say sorry? But this is what customer service is all about. Saying sorry genuinely is very important. Making the customer feel that at the end of the day, even if it's not my job, even if it wasn't my responsibility, I am the one who's representing my airline, my industry, my company at this point in time, my organization at this point in time. So I am here apologizing to you gracefully and genuinely that I'm really sorry for the inconvenience that has been caused to you. I'm really sorry that you felt this way. I'm really sorry that you had to go through this. Now, understand that the passenger or the customer might not be rational at all times. You're not basically telling them by saying sorry that you accept whatever he's saying is right. All that you're trying to tell them is that whatever inconvenience has been caused to you, I do apologize for it on behalf of my organization, so that I'm here to tell you what I can do for you. Step number 4, understand what exactly is the customer's issue. Sometimes the issue is not really about the vegetarian meal. The issue could be because he has not been able to get vegetarian meal for so many flights, and that's what instigated him. The issue could be that it's his religious concern that he just wants to eat vegetarian and he feels that he might not be able to get food. His concern could be that he has not eaten since morning and he's really hungry. So it's really important to understand what your passenger's concern is. It is not always the problem that instigates your customers. It could be a lot of things that could be involved. So asking questions is how you'll be able to understand what is going on with this passenger or customer. So for example, if a passenger is telling me that, I don't want to eat non-vegetarian, I wanted vegetarian, it is my religion, I cannot eat anything else. Well, one of the first things that I want to understand and ask this passenger after I say to the passenger that I'm really sorry, I understand that you are a vegetarian and you would like to have vegetarian food. Are you okay to eat any vegetarian food? Because I do not have Indian vegetarian food, but I can try and make some vegan vegetarian food for you. I can try and make some Western vegetarian food for you. Would that be okay for you? So I'm trying to understand the passenger's concerns by asking him, is it just that he wanted to eat Indian vegetarian, or is it that he wanted to eat vegetarian? So here, if you look at it, I'm not really offering a solution, but I'm asking questions to basically understand what could be the passenger's concern. For example, if a passenger tells you, I'm really upset because you guys didn't give me an upgrade, one of my first few questions would be, may I check with you, who did you approach for the upgrade? May I understand when did you try and do the upgrade? So I have enough information to be able to give him an alternative, give him a solution. So that's what you need to do, guys. You need to understand by asking questions exactly what is the real concern of your passenger or your customer. Step number 5, Time to resolve. Now, I know, isn't it funny that actually solution is step number 5, but most of the times we actually want to jump in to give a solution to the passenger. One of our first reactions to our customers is, oh, okay, let me go ahead and see what I can do, since you only want to eat Indian vegetarian food. Let me go ahead and talk to my supervisor why you didn't get an upgrade or what we can do for you. So instead of jumping to those solutions, remember your step 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is to remain calm and professional, listen to your customers, apologize to them gracefully, ask questions. When you ask questions and make them feel that you genuinely care for them, you're not just here to give them solutions, or you're not just here to, approach your supervisor or your manager, but you genuinely want to try. That is why you're asking questions. So that is why step number 4 is really, really important, guys. So step number 5 talks about solutions. So this is the stage after understanding the passenger's concern, you would want to go ahead and proceed with giving them solutions or giving them the resolution. So if I'm able to understand that the passenger is okay to eat Western vegetarian, or he's okay to eat, non-Indian vegetarian, vegan vegetarian, then I can go ahead and talk to my other colleagues. I can go ahead and talk to my supervisory crew to see what are some of the alternatives that we have in the galley, or what exactly can we make using some meals from business class to be able to accede to this passenger's request of wanting to eat vegetarian food, or what can we get from the snacks cart that will be okay for this passenger to eat. And then I will go ahead and tell the passenger that I completely understand because of your religious concerns that you would like to have vegetarian food. I really appreciate that you're okay to eat Western vegetarian. I'm going to go ahead and try and put a meal together for you right now. So give me a few minutes. I'll come back to you as soon as possible. But in the meantime, may I just offer you some snacks, or may I offer you a drink? So by the time I can go ahead and prepare the meal for you. So you see, I'm not just offering a solution, but I'm also trying to take care of the passenger in the meantime, which is very, very important. So by the time I'm actually, trying to make a meal for you, at least a meal for him, at least he's eating something, at least he is snacking. And that's how you would go ahead and provide a solution. Step number 6, I'm trying to make an I. Okay, I am always here. This is a very, very important step in handling your customers. Follow up. Making sure that even after you've provided a solution, even after you have made sure that the passenger has eaten, you go ahead and do a follow-up after a few minutes, after a few hours. You continuously keep yourself engaged with that customer, with that passenger, to ensure that there is nothing else that can possibly cause an inconvenience, because you put him through an inconvenience before and you don't want to do that again. So do a constant follow-up. In this scenario, what I would probably do is I will check with the passenger, when is his next flight, or does he have a connecting flight? So at least I can ensure that there is a vegetarian meal catered on that particular flight. So, he wouldn't have to face the similar situation again. So follow-up is really, really important. An important aspect of service recovery is follow-up, to let the customer know that there is more that you want to do for them, not just provide a solution to a particular situation. So remember that, guys. I am always here. Step number 7. Others are equally important. Now, this is something that we always forget when we're dealing with our customers in general, our passengers in general, because suddenly when a passenger gets angry, when a customer gets irritated or upset, we focus all our energy and attention onto that particular customer, and we completely forget about everyone that's around us. So what you also need to do is you need to ensure that, one, you maintain that smile on your face, so that when others are looking around you, they can see you as a professional And number two, remember to smile at other people as well when you're taking care of this particular passenger. Don't just do not look at other people. Don't avoid an eye contact from other people, because you might think that somebody else might complain, and now that you're handling this kind of situation, you don't want to get involved in any other situation. And that's what the first thing people do, is avoid eye contact with everyone else, because they just want to go ahead and resolve this issue. Remember, every passenger, every customer is equally important. Yes, new perspective, new day, new perspective. Now, once you're able to handle a situation, once everything is okay, very, very important to move on. You have to understand that you cannot just sit with that emotion that, the passenger shouted at me and I cannot carry on with my duties. I cannot do the rest of the day because I feel really emotionally down. I feel like the passenger should have been nicer to me, or the customer should have been nicer to me, and things like that. And what if I face with these situations throughout the day? You cannot think like that. You have to understand that every situation is an isolated situation. Deal with it and move on. Put that smile back on your face, put that pride back in your uniform, put that passion into your actions, and get back to work. That's what you need to do to ensure that all the other passengers, all the other customers are taken care of at all times. So that's it, guys. This is how I used to handle my customers, my passengers who used to get irritated or who used to be sometimes not so rational. So yeah, that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. So I'm going to be making a lot more videos. If you have any questions, or if you want me to make a video on anything specific, any situation that you've been with and you want me to talk about as to how I would handle it, go ahead and put that in the comment section. I'll be happy to share my experience. I'll be happy to share my opinion on that. And stay tuned for more video updates. In the meantime, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to press the notification bell for more video updates so you can be updated with the next videos. I do a lot of personal coaching. Do get in touch with me if you'd like to know more about that. And in the meantime, all of you out there, be safe, be happy, stay pretty, and stay handsome. I love you guys. Bye.